Okay, let's unpack this. Ever stop and wonder how your phone always seems to know where it is or, how cell signals find you? Today we're doing a deep dive into something pretty fundamental, location intelligence and data science, and how they're basically rewriting the rules for telecoms, especially now with 5G rolling out. We've got quite a few sources here, some looking at the specific data skills needed for 5G, others from companies like Esri, precisely talking about real-world applications.
Yeah, and what really jumps out, I think, is how this basic idea of where just location is becoming, well, central. It's like the main organizing principle for all these super complex telecom operations now. Our goal here is to sift through these articles and really pull out the core reasons why. Why location combined with data science is so critical now for building networks, understanding customers, basically everything.
Right. And it seems like the baseline idea, the one popping up everywhere in the sources, is super simple. Everything in telecom happens somewhere. It's not just, a street address.
Yeah.
Location gives you the context, the environment, what's happening around, who's there. That explains so much about network performance, customer needs, all of it.
Exactly. And then 5G comes along and just pours fuel on that fire. The
Mhm.
sources are really clear, these 5G networks. Massive data, incredible speeds, connecting tons more devices. They absolutely depend on serious data science. But critically, it's geospatial data science, analyzing data specifically based on its location.
Okay, so not just number crunching, it's location-aware number crunching.
Yeah.
What kind of skill set does that actually demand then? Is it totally different?
It's definitely a blend, a hybrid, really. You absolutely need the core data science chops, predictive analytics, forecasting demand, clustering similar areas or users,
Mhm.
machine learning models, handling truly big data. That's essential. But then you've got to layer on deep telecom knowledge, understanding the network itself, protocol, signal behavior, that kind of
Mm.
thing. And then the crucial third piece, geospatial skills. Being comfortable with GIS platforms, spatial analysis methods, mapping tech. It's the intersection of those three that really unlocks things.
Got it. So where is this combination actually making waves? Like, what are the big use cases in telecom right now?
Oh, it's across the board. It really touches the whole life cycle. The sources highlight a few key areas where the impact is huge. First up, planning and engineering. Think about where to put the next 5G tower. It's not a guess anymore. Location intelligence lets you analyze potential signal reach, existing traffic data, demographics, even physical things like building heights or what they're made of.
Ah, so you can predict the best spot, not just a good spot.
Precisely. It makes network build-outs way more efficient, more predictive. There's mention of companies like Geo using GIS exactly for this optimizing tower placement and the whole logistics around it.
Okay, makes sense for building it. What about keeping it running smoothly?
Right. Operations and maintenance. Huge benefits there too. Location gives you that real-time map of the network's health, pinpointing issues instantly. It helps optimize routes for field techs, getting them to outages or repair sites faster. It just gives the network teams much better situational awareness, seeing it all laid out.
And this location data isn't just about the network gear itself, is it?
Yeah.
It seems like it provides a really powerful lens for understanding the people using the network.
Yes, absolutely. And this is where it gets really interesting for the business side. Understanding and reaching customers. You can take anonymized mobile trace data, basically how devices move around, and combine it with location specifics, demographics. It gives you incredibly detailed insights.
Like what kind of insights?
Well, you can start to see patterns, understand not just who lives where, but who spends time where. What are their likely habits, their preferences? The sources mention identifying, say, areas popular with young professionals versus areas with more families. You can then tailor services or marketing much more effectively.
And you could even predict potential issues, right? Like customer churn.
Exactly. You might see patterns in movement that correlate with poor network experience in certain areas, or maybe proximity to a competitor's strong signal. It helps anticipate who might be thinking of leaving.
That's powerful. What about improving the actual customer interaction?
Definitely helps with customer service. Think about checking for service availability online. Location lets companies show you a map, visualizing exactly where coverage is strong or where there might be an outage right now. There's also this concept of geo AI, using AI with location data. It could analyze, say, social media posts or customer feedback tagged to specific locations to understand sentiment about service quality in different neighborhoods.
Hmm, interesting. And then there's the data itself.
Yes, the potential to monetize data. Telecoms sit on a mountain of anonymized mobility data. By adding location context and demographic layers, they create insights valuable to other industries. Advertisers, city planners, retailers. Understanding population movement is key for them.
So it sounds like we're moving beyond just using maps occasionally. It's more like building a whole system around location.
That's exactly what the sources suggest. They point to integrated GIS platforms, geographic information systems, as the core technology. These platforms act as a kind of central hub, a system of record holding all that location data, a system of engagement, letting different teams, marketing, engineering, operations access and use it, and, crucially, a system of insight, providing the tools for that deep spatial analysis. We see examples like HTC using these platforms to help teams collaborate better using spatial views, which does raise a pretty big question. As these networks get even more complex and the data keeps growing, just how central will location intelligence become? Could it be that almost every decision in telecom starts with where?
So wrapping this up, what does it mean for you listening? Well, it means that whole complex dance between your phone, the network, how new tech gets rolled out, even how companies understand what you might need. It's all increasingly being driven by this powerful mix of location data, sophisticated analytics, and deep telecom knowledge. Definitely something to think about the next time you hit connect.